Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Beaver State Fling 2026, presented by Innova and hosted by Stumptown Disc Golf. We're out here today at Milo McIver watching the FPO lead card final round. We've got a pretty tight race up at the top. Ananada, 7 down. She's our leader right now. Not too far behind her, we got Zoe Andyke at 6 down. Amy Lewis, 3 down, right behind her. And rounding out the card, we got Madison Tomaino, 3 over. It's a close one. It's going to be exciting to watch. I was out there filming, and it's beautiful weather. A little bit warm, but there's a little bit of a breeze also, so it's going to be a nice round. We're starting off hole 1, par 5. You've got a tunnel shot off the tee, across the road for your second shot, and hopefully leaving yourself inside the circle for a birdie. I was a little slow on the uptake on this recording, but we did get a nice announcement for Ananada starting us off. Like I said, this is par 5, 630 feet. Kind of the classic west side starting hole for Milo McIver. Sai does leave hers a little early out of the hand off to the left, but should manage to get up and down from there.
Next to tee off from Lynbrook, Oregon, Zoe Andyke.
Zoe Andyke, 6 down. Let's see what she can do off the drive. Also a little early out of the hand, kind of goes a little bit further left than Sai's. We're going to see what she's got over there.
Creek, Oregon, we have Amy Lewis.
Let's go, Lewis!
Amy sounding like she's got some fans in the stands. Goes sidearm here off the tee. This is what I would like to do. There's a lot of room out to the right. Get over either attacking the green or a nice pitch up.
It is Madison Tomaino.
And here we go, Madison Tomaino, a crowd favorite, of course. She opts for the backhand as well, throwing it right up the middle. Just a tiny bit lower than she might have wanted, but that's a perfect drive to start the day. I was out here by myself doing the sort of behind the tee and the catch cam, so there's a couple throws early on that I had to kind of get situated and find my groove as far as where I was going to stand and record. Right there you see Ananada with a perfect pitch up right to the road. She's going to be able to get over to the green with no problem. Zoe out over here to the left. She kind of had to run out and see what she had as far as options, and it looks like she's going with the forehand roller to get herself back into position. Still has a little ways to go to the basket, but it's going to be an easy pitch up right to the road from there. As you can see, that disc I zoomed in on was Madison's upshot. So there's Zoe right next to Madison, and brings us over to Amy. She's going sidearm across the road. Just trying to get over there to the right, somewhere safe where she can attack the basket from there. And here we have Sai, her third throw. This is a par 5, so as long as she gets over for a putt, she can still get her birdie. And it looks like she does that inside the circle, maybe about 28 feet or so. Here's Madison with her third throw. Really good positioning off that second throw and right around where Sai landed for her putt. And here's Zoe as well. Pretty much the identical spot as Madison. Really nicely thrown shot. A little bit long up towards that tree in the back. She's going to have a little bit of extra shrubbery to have to deal with her putt. Here's Amy tossing over her upshot. Gets it nice and close. This should be an up and down par for her. And here's Zoe for her par putt as well. See what she can manage from here. Oh, just a little bit off left. It's a tough putt to start your day right there. Sai can take a stroke on the card right here. She bangs in the birdie. There you go. That's how you do it. Great way to start your round. Madison as well can start off here with a birdie. Just a little low out of the hand. Not a big deal though. Easy tap and par for her. Amy with a nice tap and par. That's kind of that distance that you want for your first putt. A little bit of a tester, but not too bad. Nice par to start your day. Zoe with the comebacker. And she's going to get a bogey. So Sai gets 2 strokes on her closest competitor as Zoe gets that bogey. You see her drain that 28-footer. Brings us to hole 2, par 4, 630 feet. This is one of the classics out at Milo. The big backhand around the corner sets you up for a nice shot into a beautiful green. Sai's going with the backhand, leaves it a little early, so that's 2 in a row that she's a little bit early. She's yet to get her groove off the tee. Amy right here, beautiful shot, right up the middle, stays straight. She's going to have an open look for her second shot. Let's see what Madison does. Good width, but just a little high, and it kind of fades out a little too early left into that tree that Sai's in as well. Let's see what Zoe has for us. Makes the correction, goes a bit wider. There you go. That's going to get a nice skip right over into the fairway. I think she made that correction just seeing her competitor sort of go a little bit early left. There's not a whole lot of options when you go there. It's easier to maneuver the fairway when you're a bit more wide. As we see, Madison just sort of chips out into the fairway. Sai right here, similar position. She was able to push through the tree a little bit further, so she's got a swing, but looks like she pulls it into the right side brushes. It's hard to see, but it's in there somewhere. Amy with the forehand chip shot. Nicely done. Pushes it well up the fairway. She's going to have a nice pitch into the green from there. Zoe, right in the middle of the fairway. Goes with the backhand. Smooth shot. Looks like she's trying to push the green from there. And she pretty much does. Just a little bit short left. I think if it was a little bit lower, she probably would have gotten inside the green. Here's Madison. Her third shot. Nice straight shot. Little low. Kind of turned over, but she's going to be pretty close to the green from there. That brings us to Sai with her third shot. Tricky positioning right here in the bushes. She's opting for, looks like a forehand pitch out. Oh, and it looks like it clipped a bush right out of her hand and just kind of sends it right into the turf. But she's right in the middle. Wide open shot to the green. We hear a little woodpecker there in the background cheering her on as she gets inside the circle. You can see this green is one of the most picturesque greens that there is, especially here at Milo. Classic on the stump. I don't know for sure, but I think this might be the green that influenced the Stumptown disc golf logo. I have to double check on that one. As Madison tosses her disc right inside the circle as well. We're going to have some putts coming up. Zoe here, long look at the basket, but it looks like she's setting up for a putt. I think she's going to try to make this one. This would be for a great birdie. A lot of strokes on the folks. Gives it a go. Just a little short, a little too much hyzer, but that's a safe miss. Sits there, doesn't roll down the hill or anything like that. So she's going to have a nice, easy tap-in par. Amy, nice par as well. Madison here for her par. Just sort of pulls it a little bit to the right. It's easy to do. You know, one of your first putts of the day, looking down that hill, kind of the only thing that you're thinking of other than making it, kind of just gets the best of her. Comebacker hits a little branch, but she's going to be able to tap that one in, no problem. Sai is going to get the bogey. Little bit of tough struggles, kind of left-right golf. But she's going to get that bogey. And a par for Zoe. Easy tap-in. Madison here with the easy tap-in. Unfortunate triple bogey. You know, it's a tough way to start your round. She's going to be able to bounce back. And there's our friend here, the headbanger. I was pretty happy to be able to get that one on camera. We were hearing him for most of the holes to start. So that brings us to hole 3, par 3, 285 feet. This one's a tricky one. I think if you have the sidearm, it's definitely there. Amy gets caught up a little early. There is that route that I'm looking down the barrel, kind of right side chopper. But you see a lot of people take this sort of backhand, high and hyzer route. There is a line, but it's definitely tricky to hit. Looks like Zoe early release left, but I don't think it hit anything. So it's gonna get some good progress, but she's gonna have a tough look from over there. Sai opting for the backhand as well. Little inside, that was looking pretty decent, but it just clips one of those trees. And Madison backhand as well, a little bit higher and wider. That's what you're looking for, and it looks like she cleared the gap perfectly.
Ow!
That is exactly what you're looking for on this hole. What a great bounce back. Here's Sai with her approach shot. Looks like she was able to get a nice swing in and gets it all the way into 10 feet or so. Amy, quick with the draw, gets a little caught up on her second shot. That's going to take par out of play unless she throws in. There's zoom in on Madison's drive. What a great drive for this hole. Here goes Amy. Nice, easy floater backhand. That's going to be an easy tap-in bogey for her. As we catch up with Zoe down the fairway on the left side. Like I said, it didn't hit really anything out of her hand. But this is sort of what you're left with on that left side. Not a whole lot of options. She's kind of chipping out over a couple of bushes, but it does get caught up. You can't really tell. But there's her third shot coming in. Almost makes it. I thought that was going in. I got a little jazzed up when I was recording, but she's gonna have an easy 10-footer for her bogey. Tough spot to scramble from, but that's not too big a deal from over there on the left side. Definitely could be worse on this hole if you're having to scramble. Sai, though, with the perfect scramble, gets herself up and down for par. That's best case scenario if you're not hitting the gap pure. And Madison, easy tap-in birdie about 2 feet away from the basket. Well done for her. That's a great bounce back, like I said. Here we get a replay of that drive. Beautiful angle. If you're wondering what to do on this hole, just watch that throw on replay. It's exactly what you're supposed to do. Brings us to hole 4, par 3, 175. This is, if there were a must get out here at Milo, this is definitely one of the ones to do it on. But it does have its teeth. That left side is all a drop-off cliff. Madison flirting with that left side. I think that's going to get caught up, though. She might be all right from there. Sai, nice throw right up the middle. Misses the big logs that sort of circle the basket. Amy, backhand as well. Slides it up there. No danger at all. That's what you want on this hole. You don't want to kick left. Like I said, it goes way down the hill and there's no out of bounds, so you have to play from wherever it is. Zoe, beautiful backhand. She's going to be well within the circle. Madison's drive did leak a little bit down that hill, but it didn't go all the way. As you can see, she's pretty much on that first level when you go down there. This is a great shot. Great up shot. You're not seeing the basket from down there, so you kind of just have to pick a tree, throw your shot, and hope for the best. That's a great shot to get up for a par look, just to save the par. Amy just chipping it up, wants no part of it. I think that tree was right in her swing zone, so instead of battling the tree, possibly getting a weird roll away, or a nasty spit out like that, a par will do on this hole, but you're really wanting that birdie. I bet Sai wants that putt back for sure. Madison able to save the par, and she does it. That's a great par save from down there. Kind of unlucky to slide down the hill, but also a little lucky to stop where it did. As Zoe taps in her birdie. Great bounce back after that bogey on the last hole. And here we see a replay of that drive. Perfect little Anheuser. Comes back late at the end, right over the logs, right around that guardian tree. Beautifully done. Brings us to hole 5. 420-foot par 3 downhill. It's a little tough to see from the tee pad. I did my best here to zoom in on the basket there, but it's a tricky get. You gotta flirt with a lot of trees, and you have to contend like pretty much a perfect angle out of the hand. It looks like Zoe just kind of pulls a little bit to the right. It was hard to see that one, but she's not really too happy with it. Madison throws it right up the middle. A little early left and low, but that's going to be in a good spot. She's going to be able to attack the basket from there. Sai a little bit pulled to the right. Looks like she gets a pretty decent kick. And I think she's going to be in a pretty good spot from there. Amy a little bit too much hyzer. It does do a good job of flipping up. I think it's going to be a little bit early left, though. It's not ideal, but it's not the worst. And here is Amy with her chip shot. Gets a big flare. She's going to have a putt from there. Madison, her approach. Skips. Oh, almost skips in. Wow. What a great birdie that had been. A little long of the basket, but she'll be putting for her par. Sai having to do sort of a backwards stretch out backhand. Gives it a nice little toss, slides it right up to the basket. About 15-20 feet or so. I missed Zoe's first shot. She was in those bushes on the right side, and she kind of had to chip out into the fairway. So this is her third shot going into the green. That looks like it's going to be a nice, easy tap in for her. Fortunately for the bogey, but Amy gives it a go. Doesn't roll down the hill, so that should be an easy tap-in bogey as well. This is a tricky hole, like I said. There's not a lot of birdies. Par plays very well on this hole as Sai drains her par putt. That's definitely a tester. With these bushes and the trees right around the basket, it's tough to get yourself just a wide open look that you feel comfortable with. And because you're putting slightly uphill, there is always that chance of a roll away. Madison, par as well. Great putt. A little bit long with the upshot, just because of that skip. It almost skipped in, but she's able to clean it up for her par. And the other two contenders, Amy, Zoe, tapping in easy bogeys. Here we get a replay of that par putt from Sai. that brings us to hole 6, par 5, 850 feet. This is the classic Philo Albatross hole. Everyone has to mention it. It's because you know the name, you know the hole. Madison starting us off. A little bit of hyzer out of her hand. That's going to be a little bit left side. It does get that skip as well. This is sort of, it's one of those ones where you want to go far to the left off the tee, or at least you think you need to, but it really is just a straight shot with a little bit of fade off the tee. That's going to put you in the best position to attack. Sai showing us the way. Straight shot. Zoe as well. Keeps it wide. Gets a little bit of ground play, but that's going to be right in the middle. Amy following them up with another great drive as well, right up the middle. A little bit shorter, but it's going to be all right. At this part of the day, too, it was getting a bit warm, and this hole is one of the most exposed holes on the course. So we're doing the best we could to play some shade golf. Amy throws her approach shot almost up to the shade. Zoe gives it a good rip. Gets pretty much over there where Amy is as well. That left side is a good side to be able to approach the green with a backhand and hyzer or some sort of roller play. As you can see, Madison a little bit too far left that maybe she would have wanted, but she's able to get over there with the others as well. Furthest out inside, gives it a rip, gets to the shade, but gets a big old skip to the left. I don't think it made it around the corner. She's probably going to be in some trees to have to battle for her next shot. Madison, nice backhand shot. Fades out a little early into that left side. She's also going to have some trees to contend with for her shot. Amy goes with the forehand. A little bit early out of the hand. Hits that center big tree right in the middle. That's kind of the one you're wanting to work around left and then back around right. Let's see if Zoe can get to the basket a little cleaner than her competitors. Gives it a good throw, but she's not really loving it, and I can see why. A little early left as well. So everyone here on this card going to have a little bit of work to do from the trees. You can see Sai in that left side. Kind of nothing from there. Looks like she's going to have to pitch out with a forehand. Does so a little bit early right. She's going to be into that tree as well. So she's got some work still left to do. Amy from the big tree in the middle goes backhand. Oh, skip shot. Perfectly done. 5 feet away from the basket. That's going to be nice. Madison trying to go through this left side. It really is, you can either get through it and it can trickle down into the green, or you're just going to be hacking away for a couple strokes. Let's see what she's able to do. There she goes. It looks like it did get caught up again. So she's going to have another obstructed look from in there. As you can see, it's not far from the basket, so it definitely tempts you into wanting to throw something like a roller or a little flare shot that gets through all the branches. But if you get caught up, you're stuck with the same shot again. That one is able to find its way to the green. She's going to have a putt from there. Probably some low-hanging branches to deal with, but she's got a putt. Sai over here on the right side, not able to even really see her. But let's see what she's got for us. I think she went with a forehand roller. It did end up hitting a branch, but it's wide open shot for her. I think she's going to want to give this a run. Let's see if she's able to save that par. Gives it a go. Just a little bit high. That's a little bit of a tester coming back. 20, 25 feet or so for her bogey. It's not easy to do after having to go back and forth into some trees for the entire hole. Zoe looking for some footing. Looks like she's going to also push through that left side as Madison did. Goes with the full swing backhand, hits a branch, but kind of finds its way down to the hill. Rolls down a little bit, which is kind of the option I was talking about. Like if you're able to hit that hillside and get a roll, get yourself a putt, it's definitely doable. It's just not really high percentage. But right here, she's looking to give this a go. Ooh, bangs it for her par. Great par from there. That's not easy to do. She's going to be happy with that. Here's Madison. Like I said, low hanging branches in her way. Makes it a little tough. You don't know whether to go left side, right side, or just straight up. And they're kind of just playing some defense, holding that hand right in your face. Gives it a go, but just sort of pushes it a little to the right. Just barely off the mark. And here's Sai with that comebacker. A little bit longer than she might have wanted, but she was giving it the full bid, really trying to make that last one, and she's able to connect for bogey. That's a great bogey save. It's really easy to miss that one and get yourself a double bogey. Zoe will take one on the card as Amy also pars, and an unfortunate double bogey for Madison. That's sort of what you would expect going on that left side. Like if you're not able to get through clean, it's really easy to take a bogey or more. That'll bring us to hole 7, par 4, 587 feet. This is a tricky one. It's sort of the landing strip hole. You got to throw from out of bounds, over the road, into the fairway, and hope that it sticks. Zoe, a little bit low out of the hand.
Yeah, that's good.
I didn't see any big flare or anything, so I think it just got velcroed right into the grass there, right early into the landing strip. Amy a little bit higher, makes the correction. Right in the middle, gets a flare, but stays well within the fairway. She's going to like that one. There was a car driving through on this hole, too. That was sort of holding us up a little bit. Pretty unfortunate spot. Sai had to wait because of that reason. Definitely would have drilled the back of that car.
Nice, Sai.
Able to get it out over on the right side. Gets a big skip right in the middle. She's going to like that. Madison, a little bit low, sort of like Zoe's. Does get a flare skip, though, so she's going to be a little bit further, well within the fairway. We got some nice drives here from our card. Zoe, furthest out. Safe on the fairway, just a little bit further out. She gives that one a full rip. Good approach shot. She'll have an easy chip up to the basket from there. Amy with her second shot. Goes a bit wider. She's trying to hit that outside gap, maybe even potentially off the road. Skips right back to the middle. Going to be a bit far from the basket, but she'll have an easy up and down from there. Madison going even wider. This one was coming straight for me. Turns the camera around. She says, "What are you doing so close? Get over by that green." Gets inside the circle. She's going to have a putt for birdie. Brings us to Sai. I think she's looking for that wide shot as well. Gets it out there, a little lower, kind of inside, and it just gets eaten up by the grass. Short by that tree. This is one of those par 4s where you really need 2 good shots and a good putt to get yourself a par. It's definitely not a gimme. Zoe, great approach. It's going to leave her about 15 feet or so for her par. Amy goes with the sidearm. Easy flick. Should be an easy par for her as well. Sai looking like she's lining this one up, trying to give it a run. She's wanting to get a stroke back, with Zoe looking at her par from about 15 feet. If Sai can drain this one, she's going to definitely get a stroke back. Gives it a run. Oh, just a little low and right side. That was a clean run, though, from there. Stays close. Should be an easy par for her as well. Madison to take a stroke on the card. Oh, just a little bit left, man. She's all over the basket right now. Just not able to connect clean. Zoe cleans it up nicely for her par. You know, there is a little bit of breeze. I know for me, especially if there's a little bit of breeze or if it's a little windy, it's really hard to just get that precise putting, and I find myself hitting left side chain, right side chain. So maybe that's what Madison's dealing with, maybe not. But anyway, all pars for the card. Brings us to hole 8. This one's playing as a par 4 for the ladies. 485 feet. Tough island green to stick and to get a birdie. Zoe starts us off. Nice backhand out wide. Wanting to get through those center trees over there or on the left side. Give yourself a look into the green. That's what you're looking for right there. Amy, little bit early out of the hand. Kind of nose up. Kind of just a little too far left for attacking range. Let's see if Sai is able to do sort of what Zoe did and get herself a look from wide left.
Boom, Sai.
Pushes it straight.
Yeah, Sai.
But it skips around that left side tree. So she's out in front of him. She's going to have a look for birdie. Addison, a little bit low left. Not a bad miss, though. She's going to be able to manage from there. So here is Madison. I would imagine she was pitching up from there, just trying to get as close to the road as possible, and she does so pretty well. Amy, out left, chipping up with the forehand. She's also chipping up. I imagine she wanted a little more distance out of that, but that's not going to be too bad. She's going to be able to attack from there. And here is Zoe, out left. She's looking at the green. She's attacking. Slides it up nicely, hits a root, and sits on the green. That is well done. It's a very easy green to get some sort of weird roll or come up short of the green or even flare past it. So that was a really good sit. She's going to be happy with that. Sai attacking the green as well. Almost gets a little bit too much hyzer, but that sticks. Nice touch. Good speed on that to get it to stick. We've got 2 in play for birdie. Amy pitching up. That's going to roll out of bounds, but it comes back in bounds safe. Great little roll to come back in bounds. She's going to have that for her par. And Madison getting pretty close to the road, able to just sort of pitch up. She does so perfectly, tapping the bottom of the pole. It's going to be an easy tap and par for Madison. Sai starting getting razzed by the dog a little bit. Doesn't bother her. Gets the birdie. Tough little green. I know for me, this green can be a little bit challenging just because you know if it hits and rolls, if you miss at all, it's likely going to roll out of bounds. But doesn't affect her. Amy with the par. Great scramble from back there. It's a tough spot to be in off the tee. Let's see if Zoe can bang her birdie putt as well. Floats it in nicely right in the front. Just sneaks over. Perfect birdie. Matches the leader. Madison's going to tap in her par. Great job by this card. That's a tough hole to walk away 2 down under par from that hole. As we see Zoe, great drive, great approach, and the putt. Nice birdie. Final hole in the front 9, par 4, 639 feet. You got out of bounds all left side. You're really just trying to throw it as far as you can down the fairway, keeping it a little bit left, just opening up that gap. If you throw it too far right or left, you're definitely pinched. It looks like Zoe's able to put it right in the middle. She's going to be able to attack the green from there. Sai doing a great job as well. Shooting right up the middle. Gets a little bit of a skip. She's a little bit left side, but I don't think it's going to be too bad over there. Amy,
Get out of that.
flips a little bit. We're back into the wind. And it looks like it flipped over a little bit further than she might have wanted, but that's a good shot right in the center. Madison, good turn, comes out of it. A little bit of ground play. That's going to be right in the middle. Nice. Amy's a little bit too far right than I think she would have wanted. Making her throw the forehand and just kind of gets under it a little bit too much. Pushes it right side into those trees. She's going to have to scramble from there. Zoe, nice turnover shot. Hits the ground and sits. Doesn't really get any ground play, but that's going to be a putt for birdie for Zoe. Madison, with her approach, turns it over a little bit early. I think it looked like it fought through most of the trees, though, so she might not have an open putt, but that'll be an easy up and down. Sai looking like she's going for the standstill. Off to the left a little bit further than you might have wanted, potentially giving her some issues. And she sort of just turns it over a little too early also. Once you pinch yourself over to the left, it makes the gap into the green a lot smaller. So that's probably why she was doing that standstill. It just kind of pulls it a little bit. Amy with the chip out through the trees. She got through, but that's going to be a tough look. Next we have Sai, after she overturned it a little bit into the trees on the right side. Looks like she's giving it a little bit of a run, or at least just trying to throw it right under the basket. She does the latter, and that's going to be an easy par. Madison chipping up under the basket. Looked like it might have been a run, just a little low. Maybe like a half run. Amy, another chip shot right under the basket as well. And Zoe for a stroke on the card. Let's see if she can hit this birdie putt. Oh, man. Heartbreaker. Just a little high. Nice and committed putt, but man, just an inch or two high. Easy par for her. Well done hole. Just a little bit too high on that. Sai with the par. Amy's going to walk away with a bogey. And it's going to be a par as well for Madison. And that'll do it for the front 9 FPO lead card coverage out here at Milo McIver. We got Sai 7 down, Zoe right behind her 5 down, Amy at even, and Madison at 7 over. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you in the back 9.